Okay, here's Sara Ball. First time around New York City Marathon. I mean, how are you feeling about that? Nervous, excited, combination?
I'm feeling really excited. Yeah, I feel calm in that I've run a few marathons already this year, so I don't feel necessarily like scared of the distance. Like you definitely respect the distance and especially the challenges of this course. But I think I got the rookie scared out of me now, and this is a race I've been to. This is my 11th year in a row coming to support ASIC's efforts here. So I've watched it from the sidelines, from the lead car, and mostly from Tavern on the Green, just like enjoying the buffet while you watch everyone else run. So it feels really good to actually get to be towing the line like for the first time.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, you ran the Olympic trials, and that didn't go great for you earlier this year. But apart from that, it seems like you've been having a pretty good season. I mean, how do you feel about 2016 as a whole for you?
Yeah, I feel good about it. It's been nonstop for sure. Like especially with having just brought the girls home right before the year, and then to go kind of from one big race to the next, like marathon trials to London to track trials to here, and so I feel like my heart and emotions and mind has been in all of it, but I wasn't sure like necessarily what my body was going to be giving me, especially at this point in the year. But thankfully, I had a couple of rocky points in the build-up, but I feel like I'm feeling the best now that I have yet. So I'm thankful that my body's responding and still up for it.
Yeah, I mean, why decide to run another marathon this year?
Yeah, a lot of it just came down to being excited about doing it. I think after the Olympics is kind of past, that's like a big benchmark, but then it's like that seemed like something out there that like I was really excited to pursue, that I'd been waiting to do for a long time and wanted to be ready for. Like I've seen this course humble people and stuff and really wanted to only run it when I was really ready. So yeah, I felt ready.
You've done, a lot of different events in your career. I mean, do you view yourself as a marathoner now? Are you still, how do you view yourself?
Yeah, I do. I don't feel as passionate about the track as I do the roads now. Like I'm really enjoying it the most I have of my whole professional career right now, which I didn't expect. I didn't expect to be doing it this long, or especially not when I had kids or this many kids. So I think that really just shows like I just really love kind of this groove of the roads right now.
I mean, why is that? Why do you think you like the roads so much?
Well, I've always been someone that liked cross country more than track, like in high school and college, and I think like the roads is kind of the equivalent of cross country now as pros. We don't really run like a full season, but it's kind of the varying terrain, the different, different than running in circles. So I think for me and I think just doing the longer stuff, like I kind of pigeoned myself as like a miler and kind of middle distance runner, but when I started doing the marathon training, I just loved it, like doing what Ryan did, and so that's kind of I look forward to the long runs every week, and it's been a different groove, and I think that's been refreshing too.
Yeah, having 4 daughters, I mean, how has that changed your routine? How has that changed your life in terms of it affecting your training and everything?
Yeah, it's definitely a sacrifice. Like there's not really any way around that. I think I came to realize like, all right, like I'm probably not gonna be able to run quite as fast as I could without kids, like in my former life, like, but I can still run faster than I ever have before. Like this is still a new event for me, and I'm continuing to PR and stuff, but I think you have to kind of be ready for that season of life, and that's why we waited 10 years, to have kids, because we really wanted to be ready. But yeah, I try to also focus on the ways that they inspire me, and not just kind of all the sacrifices you're making. And they're so awesome. Like my daughter's running her league championships today, and it's been so fun to see her fall in love with running and really like love competing and that. So it's like you're getting to share in that, and there's amazing parts of it too. But yeah, it's hard. It takes a lot more energy, and we're finding our groove though.
Right. I mean, what are the sacrifices you have to make? What is the stuff you can't do in training or in preparation now that you could before you had children?
Yeah, well, before we used to bounce wherever we wanted to, a month at sea level, a month at altitude, pretty much all throughout the year. Kind of race wherever we wanted to, all those things. Now we're very rooted. They're in school, so we can't really do that. And then, they like having kids just takes a lot of energy, and I feel like outside of training as runners, we're so programmed to be in like energy conserve mode, and recover as much as you can by like conserving energy. So I really have had to like retrain myself that way, that like when I'm with them, like to turn that off. Like I can't be like trying to conserve my energy all the time.
Yeah.
So, and I think just realizing my running fits now in the context of like everyone's activities. Everyone's in sports now, including Ryan. So it's like just no one person is like more important than that, and trying to really be there for them and their things.
Yeah. What's the biggest thing you've learned about the marathon from Ryan?
He's taught me a lot about the marathon, but probably the biggest thing are the mental components. I was like a middle distance runner for so long, so like I'm very aggressive, like get off the line and tempos, and he's had to teach me like how to like build into things, like how to like feel out the right effort, and also I think just how to like I've just learned a lot from him about performance in general, like how to hold on to things loosely and not have these like really rigid expectations of how a race is going to go or this very narrow window of success, but like really be open to like how God can use this race in a lot of different ways, and how to really like give it to him as an offering through all of it. And so I think those are the most impactful ways he's taught me.
You mentioned that there were a little bit of this positive build up with Rocky. I mean, could you go into a little bit more detail? Why wasn't it an idea?
I think just transitioning from the track training to the marathon training is an adjustment for your body. Plus it's like summer and you're doing these like hot, humid races, which are not really like my strength. So I think like once like it started to get fall and cold again and everything, and I was like, oh, I am fit, like, starting to have your times coming down, and I think just like getting back in that longer training groove after like kind of shocking my body by this like, hurry, let's get ready for track season kind of that I had. So
yeah. And I talked to Steve Magnus a little bit about your build up, and he was saying that he felt you weren't going to the well as much in workouts this time around as you had maybe before London. I mean, do you feel that as well?
Yeah, I mean, I felt like I was in a really good groove last winter before the trials in London, but I definitely did a little bit less like of the really long 16-mile tempo runs or 23-mile long runs like on this build-up, just because it was coming at the end of like a long year, and I already have all that in me still, like from that. So I still was like hitting on that at different points, but it wasn't like week in, week out, like, which I love doing that, but I just wanted to make sure I was coming to the line with enough juice. And I think we walked that line pretty well.
What's the goal for Sunday?
Just to compete. I think that's what I've kind of missed in my marathons so far, is that I had 2 like really hot, crazy ones, and then 2 where it was good conditions and flat, but I was alone the second half of the race, and I always just do my best when I'm pushed by others and can really get the most out of myself. So I'm really looking forward to we have a great American field, we have a great international field. I'm hoping that won't be the case. I'll have people to run with out there.
All right, appreciate the time. Good luck on Sunday.
Thanks.